Leopards have always been known for stealth, but now their hunting patterns are shifting more than ever. Across several regions of Africa and Asia, leopards are increasingly becoming nocturnal to survive changing conditions. This shift isn't random. It's a powerful adaptation to the growing human presence within their natural habitats. Leopards once roamed freely during daylight hours, ambushing prey with unmatched precision and deadly silence. But over recent decades, increased urbanization and deforestation have drastically altered their traditional patterns and behaviors. In places like India and Kenya, daytime activity now exposes leopards to human conflict and retaliation. To avoid detection, many leopards have moved their hunting hours entirely into the deep cover of night. Camera trap studies have revealed that in high human density areas, leopards are almost exclusively nocturnal now. This change in hunting schedule reduces encounters with humans and protects them from dangerous confrontations. It's not just human activity they're avoiding. Vehicles, noise, lights, and even barking dogs can stress them. By hunting at night, they reclaim space otherwise dominated by humans during the daylight hours. This adaptation showcases their incredible intelligence and behavioral flexibility in the face of ecological pressure. In rural farming regions, livestock killings often occur under the cover of darkness and cause controversy. This has led to widespread fear and misunderstanding, even as leopards try to avoid conflict entirely. Some communities have responded by installing night lights, fencing or tracking collars to monitor leopard movements. In certain areas, conservationists are using AI-enabled alerts to detect leopards and warn villagers in time. Even with these precautions, tensions remain high, especially where leopard habitats overlap with dense human populations. The nocturnal shift also impacts the types of prey leopards pursue in different environments. At night, small ungulates, rodents, and stray domestic animals become easier targets for the stealthy predator. Leopards rely on acute night vision and an exceptional sense of hearing to locate prey precisely. Unlike lions that often hunt in groups, leopards rely entirely on solo ambush tactics and speed. They blend into the shadows, moving silently through the underbrush until the perfect moment to strike. This predatory strategy works exceptionally well under moonlight or total darkness, depending on the terrain. In urban edges, they may stalk from behind garden hedges, storm drains, or abandoned buildings unnoticed. In wild forests, they move through thick foliage, following deer trails and sniffing out movement ahead. Their spotted coats provide camouflage both during the day and under the dappled light of night. But in recent years, researchers have noticed leopards adapting not just behaviorally, but also ecologically and genetically. Some populations are evolving toward darker coloration to blend more effectively with shadowed nighttime environments. Other behavioral traits, like reduced vocalizations, are emerging to help them avoid human detection even further. This quietness, combined with nocturnal movement, makes leopards nearly invisible to the people living beside them. In cities like Mumbai, leopards now share parks, train stations, and housing developments without being noticed. Despite living near millions of people, they're rarely seen and even more rarely caught on camera. This phenomenon, wild animals adapting to urban pressure by becoming nocturnal, is not exclusive to leopards alone. Coyotes, foxes, raccoons, and even some deer species are also shifting their activity into nighttime hours. But the leopard's transformation is especially profound, given its status as a top predator in its range. Once kings of daylight forests, they are now ghostly hunters of the midnight wilderness and city shadows. This change in behavior may help the species survive, but it also comes with significant trade-offs. Nighttime hunting often requires more energy due to colder temperatures and a greater reliance on senses. It also limits their access to some prey that move mostly during daylight hours, reducing meal options. Mothers with cubs face greater danger when moving at night, both from other predators and starvation. Additionally, conservation monitoring becomes harder, making it more difficult to protect nocturnal leopards from illegal poaching. As climate change and urban development intensify, nighttime may soon be the only safe time left. This raises difficult questions for conservationists. How do we protect an animal we rarely ever see? How do we ensure coexistence when conflict only occurs under cover of darkness and misunderstanding? Some solutions involve nighttime patrols, camera traps, and public awareness campaigns focused on nocturnal leopard behavior. Others promote habitat corridors, allowing leopards to move safely between fragmented wilderness and protected zones. There's growing interest in using GPS collars and infrared drones to monitor nighttime movement in real time. The data collected is helping scientists map their routes, hunting grounds, and critical areas to conserve. Meanwhile, some cultures have begun rethinking the leopard, not as a monster, but as a misunderstood neighbor. In some Indian villages, signs now warn of leopards but encourage peaceful coexistence through cautious awareness. Myths and stories are also evolving, reflecting these animals not as villains, but silent protectors of nature. Yet the leopard's future depends heavily on our actions, how much space we allow for the wild. If urban sprawl continues unchecked, their hunting grounds may shrink until even the night offers no refuge. And if we ignore these subtle changes in behavior, we risk losing one of nature's most adaptable cats. The nocturnal leopard reminds us that survival isn't always about dominance. It's often about disappearing just in time. These silent hunters have found a way to adapt, but it comes at a high evolutionary cost. As they slink through moonlit streets and darkened jungles, they remind us of nature's enduring resilience. We must now decide, will we protect their silent survival or force them into even darker corners? Because if leopards vanish from our landscapes, it won't be from weakness, but from lack of room. The transformation of leopards into nighttime ghosts is not just a story of fear, it's a story of change. And if we listen closely, their silence speaks volumes about the world we're building and the wild we're pushing away.